4:15 in the afternoon, and a few things have not gone according to plan. We are making a mad dash from where we were going to be over further east in the state. So I'm headed east towards Central Oregon as usual. Along the way, going to stop at the Vole Covered Bridge and meet up with Sarah and Aaron and Justin. Definitely a few more clouds than we were hoping for. The weather forecast has sort of shifted over the past few days from looking pretty decent to looking less promising. We might get a little bit wet on this trip, which would be fine, but it would be nice to be able to sit around the campfire without having it rain on us. We've met up with some familiar faces you've seen in a number of my Central Oregon adventures.
Like we're supposed to, well, when you're in the like work mode,
Clouds have broken up and we're seeing some blue sky. Looks like it's going to be a nice day after all. We don't have any real agenda today. We're just working our way through an area none of us have explored before, just to see what we find. Hopefully, at some point along the way, that will include a campsite that will accommodate all of us.
We spent quite a bit of time clearing this overgrown trail with an assortment of tools, but ultimately it has become clear we are not going to get through, so we've doubled back to find another route. The next most viable passage is actually part of an OHV network we stumbled upon. Despite the sign, the road doesn't really look difficult, and we're all sporting OHV permits, so we're going to give it a shot.
There's a nice little campsite we found. We'll probably stay here, but man, the weather took a shift. I had like shorts and a t-shirt on earlier, I was so hot. Now we've got like snow and sleet coming in and quite a breeze.
It's June. We're at some elevation and thought we might see a little precipitation, but no one expected actual snow.
Well, we've decided to abandon that campsite and head a little further east.
While I quite enjoy winter camping in the snow, none of us came quite prepared for these conditions. Plus, unlike the pleasant, crisp, dry of winter, this is just wet, windy, and unpleasant.
Is this not the road we came up? Did this thing just fall?
I don't think we did, but ta-da!
Well, we're airing part way back up because we're gonna have to be on paved roads for a while.
Fortunately, the forecast is looking more promising if we push a ways further east than we originally intended. Moo. It's now late enough in the day that we're less interested in exploring this mountain and mostly just want to find someplace to set up camp. I had actually pre-scouted this area via maps and satellite photos, thinking we may come here today, so I've got some potential spots to check out.
So Jason has made a really nice pull-out drawer system here. Not only does he have his stove, he's got his gas integrated, unlike mine. And he's got a second pull-out drawer, spices, utensils.
That's all you smell was gas.
Exhaust.
Exhaust. Cut it out right behind the gas. My bike is not. I don't like it.
Fat tire is decent.
If I want to put in that,
The bottle caps on our seat. Did that.
So after that, I was like, I was at the bottom, and I was like, oh yeah, there goes Eric.
So the campsite is down right behind there. So I'm just hiking up along this ridge or this spine or whatever, along the peak of it, and suddenly I find myself on this old, barely visible 2-track running up along here. So there's where I came from, and you can barely see the traces of that old road. And it goes up to that peak right there. So I guess we might as well see what we can see from up there. Alright, from the top of that little peak sort of opens a new view. Down there, you can see the road we came in on. And then of course just a little bit further, there's something else that tempts me to walk a little bit further.
Everyone has their camp broken down and packed away, and we're about to disperse in our various directions towards home. Before I head west, I want to explore the area a little further and check out a few more of the spots I had marked as potential campsites.
This is a pretty cool spot, but it's also pretty windswept. You have to have a really calm day to be able to camp up here.
Not to worry, this is just a cattle control gate. We're on national forest land here. not terribly uncommon on BLM and National Forest land that the land is also being leased as cattle rangeland. That's why sometimes you see the cattle guards with little ribs in the road that you have to drive across. Otherwise, sometimes there's gates. They're not locked, but you're just expected to let yourself through, close the gate again, so the cattle on that side stay on that side, and other people's cattle on the other side stay on the other side. Well, this is one of the spots I had marked to check out as a potential campsite, and it is a pretty epic view. Sort of exposed though, so on the wrong kind of day it probably wouldn't be very pleasant up here.
Alright, I've had a fun couple of hours poking around up here, but I need to get back to Eugene. Time to air up and head home.
And also today we'll be going out with Justin, known as Sandy Trek 17? Sandy Trek something. Definitely a few more clouds than we were expecting. The weather definitely a few more clouds than we were hoping for.
Not a tree!
So what, Eric, can't just kick this one
I'm
out
gonna
of the
see
way?
maybe if I jump on it.
If I jump on it.
Oh, that this looks good. This looks like quality. Nope.
Are we recording all this? 'Cause I hope we,
It's rolling.
I hope we put that in the video.
Kick it. Kick it harder.
I love you.
Rocking the brake, you hear that?